So AC Diesel, not AC Diesel, Edmonton Impact have kind of completely reloaded their roster. Surprisingly, maybe, you know, Impact has been good for a long time. I mean, Impact's been one of those top teams for 15-something years, and they did really well at World Cup, taking a second place, their best finish in quite a while. So, you know, it's weird to see top-tier teams like Edmonton Impact add 4 of the best players in the world, you know, so I don't know if they're going to be better or worse. You know, taking a second place is, you know, pretty goddamn good. Whether this new updated version of the roster by adding these guys right here, adding Tyler Harmon. Tyler Harmon has been with Houston Heat for quite a while, for 3 years. He spent like 12 years with Dynasty before that. We have Rainey Stanczak. Rainey spent the last 4 years. No, never mind. Rainey spent 4 years with Impact from 2014 to 2018. Played for X Factor for a while now. Alex Goldman, coming up here. My slides are all out of order, so it's throwing me all off. Alex Goldman also played for Impact for a very long time. Alex played for, right there, played for Impact from 2016 to 2022, only leaving when that AC Diesel team started pulling everybody over. It's just interesting, right? I mean, because Impact already has a stellar roster. If we look at this little deal I put up, this is what we're going to assume that 2025 roster is going to be. Alex Goldman, Rainey Stanczak, Tyler Harmon, Marcelo Margot, those 4 new guys. They're going to probably keep the Cornells, I assume. Brandon and definitely Justin Cornell will stay there. Nick Laval apparently is going to stay, Mike Urena, and Zach Yakimek. But that means they're going to get rid of players, right? Some of these guys have actually already found teams. We just saw a few hours ago that Trevor Reeser, right there, kind of in the middle of that 2024 roster, is going to go back over to Impact. But that still leaves other guys, right? Where's Matt Derula going to go? Where's Mike Zupa going to go? I assume Tyler Panilio, he will probably stay on Impact. I'm not 100% sure. But Tyler's a local kid here in Sacramento who's extremely good. Kind of Dave Baines' little like local project person. So it's possible that he'll still stay there. But, I assume, if Matt Derula and Mike Zupa continue to play, maybe they'll end back up on Revo, kind of a place where they'd spent some of their career previously. And speaking of Baltimore Revo, speaking of Revo, there we go. They've added back a few guys. Stephen O'Mara. O'Mara was played with Revo, I mean, really forever. He played with Revo since their inception, I believe, for over a decade. Played last year with the Ironmen, but going back to Revo. They also added coach Chris Jansen. Chris Jansen, before coaching Revo, we should say, actually coached with Tampa Bay Damage last year. He was kind of like their assistant coach. Previously, he was the coach for NRG. And then I believe played with Revo too. I'm not 100% sure. But adding Archie Barnes is probably going to be their biggest pickup. I think that it's for sure something we've seen over the last few years, is having a extremely dominant, quick, fast snake player is advantageous. But that's always been the case. It's not like that's, a brand new thing. But it seems like those guys are kind of hard to come by. I think of like really good, small, fast snake players. Archie Barnes would be on that list. Keith Brown is on that list. Axel Godin is on that list. So finding one of these like extremely good snake players is a big deal. So Archie Barnes, ABJ, going over to Revo is probably a big deal. And another big kind of news for fast, good, aggressive snake eyes is Connor Kelly. Connor Kelly is a guy who's kind of come to, we'll say, paintball prominence over the last few years. He played with Houston Heat last year. And played very well. Previously, he was on the ML Kings and kind of came maybe, I don't want to say out of his shell, but maybe started to flourish and maybe play a little bit better and even maybe not play a little better. He's definitely very good and kind of like started showing that more on Houston Heat. So going over to Aftershock is good. We haven't seen a lot of Aftershock roster moves. I think we'll probably see more. I'm pretty sure Alex Rodriguez is not going to be playing next year with them. He announced his like 4th retirement or something like that. So Connor Kelly, certainly a good pickup for Aftershock, but definitely not a good loss for Houston Heat, as well as they lost, they lost Tyler Harmon going over to Impact as well. So Houston Heat not looking like they've picked a lot of people up or not bolstered that roster yet. And then the ML Kings. The ML Kings are, I don't know what the hell is going on with the ML Kings. I never know what the hell is going on with the ML Kings, but they picked up Josh Taylor. Josh is really good. Josh is a back kind of mid player. Played for New York Extreme for a very long time, since they became pro as well. New York Extreme went pro in 2018, so this will be Josh's, 7th year professional. And probably another one of those guys that when he came, like in the NXL, was obviously good. I mean, everyone on the pro rosters is very good. But I think that we started seeing him play a little bit more, maybe not better or worse. I just feel like that I've seen more times when he's done like more memorable moves in these last like 2 years or so. And then, New York Extreme getting relegated into that semi-pro division obviously is going to leave some of these players positions, or leave players without teams, I should say, like Josh Taylor. And we also saw Thomas Taylor looking for possible teams in the future. But we haven't heard anything from Thomas, although I wouldn't be surprised maybe if Thomas does go back to Infamous, just like Trevor Reeser is going to go back to Infamous after playing with Impact for the last 2 years. Yeah, so I believe those are all of our like roster moves so far. I mean, we kind of blasted through those really fast. We have all the Impact guys. That got picked up. Alex Goldman right there. Marcelo Margot. Rainey Stanzik? Nope, Tyler Harmon. And then Rainey. Josh Taylor is going to the ML Kings. Revo got a bunch of people. Archie Barnes, that's a big pickup. That probably is a good pickup for them. But then obviously Notorious losing him is not the greatest.